What if I told you that one of the greatest players in NFL history prepared for games by partying harder than he practiced? That a guy who once fell asleep during a team interview would go on to become the ultimate weapon on the field, and a cultural icon off of it? This is the story of how Rob Gronkowski, the NFL's most lovable wild card, broke every rule in the book and still ended up a legend. A man who rewrote the NFL rule book not with discipline, but with sheer defiance. I'm talking about Rob Gronkowski, Gronk to the world. While every other player was chained to the grind, strict diets, dawn workouts, endless film study, Gronk was out there living like a rock star, a party animal who laughed in the face of convention. But when Sunday rolled around, oh, he was a beast. The field was his stage, and he dominated with a ferocity that left jaws on the turf. His off-field antics, wild, legendary, the stuff of frat house folklore. Yet, on the gridiron, he was untouchable, maybe the greatest tight end ever. It's a story of raw, unfiltered talent, where a guy who partied harder than anyone turned the NFL upside down. I can't help but marvel at how Gronk's love for a good time never dulled his fire. He was a riddle coaches couldn't solve, a fan favorite who lived by his own rules, and I'm here to tell you how this wild soul became a legend. Let me take you back to Gronk's college days, where his physical gifts were nothing short of mythical. I'm picturing this 6'6", 260-pound titan at Arizona, a tight end who was a nightmare for any defender. Too fast for linebackers, too strong for safeties. He was a walking mismatch, a human wrecking ball. On talent alone, he was a lock. For the first round of the 2010 NFL Draft, the kind of player who could redefine a position. But here's the twist. His back. Before his junior year, a brutal injury demanded surgery, wiping out his entire season. For a guy his size, that's a red flag the size of a billboard. And then there's his reputation as a party-loving free spirit, a guy who chose Arizona for its pool parties, not its playbook. I can see NFL scouts sweating, torn between his freakish potential and the gamble of his health and lifestyle. It's a tension that sets the stage for a draft slide, and I'm itching to tell you how it all played out. Now, let's dive into the 2010 NFL Draft, where the air was thick with uncertainty. I'm seeing NFL war rooms, teams staring at Gronk's name on the board, hearts racing. His back injury loomed large, a severe issue that cost him a full college season, and screamed. Risk for a player built like a tank. A bad back for a 260-pound tight end? That's a nightmare waiting to happen. And if that wasn't enough, his off-field vibe raised hackles. I'm chuckling thinking about his college recruitment, with 65 scholarship offers on the table. His dad asks, "Why Arizona?" And Gronk, with a grin, says, "Dad, if you'd seen their pool parties, you'd get it." Teams weren't just worried about his spine. They questioned if he'd ever take the NFL seriously. When the Patriots, the poster child for discipline, snagged him at pick 42 in the second round, it was a head-scratcher. I'm picturing jaws dropping across the league. This was the moment, the gamble, that launched Gronk's wild ride to greatness. Let me set the scene for one of the wildest pre-draft stories you'll ever hear. I'm in the Patriots meeting room with Bill Belichick and Bill O'Brien, staring at this giant of a prospect, Gronk. Instead of charming them, he's sprawled out, asleep on the floor. Asleep! I can feel Belichick's disbelief radiating. It gets better, or worse. O'Brien, testing Gronk's football brain, sketches a play, wipes it clean, and asks him to recall the receiver's routes. Gronk's response? Pure gold. "Bro, I have no clue," he says, then adds, "Just throw me the ball, Billy. I'll make guys miss, run over some people." I'm laughing just thinking about it. He didn't need plays. He had instinct and power. For most teams, this is a hard pass. A tight end with a bad back, a party obsession, and zero playbook knowledge. But the Patriots? They saw a diamond in the rough. I'm still amazed how this chaotic meeting didn't tank his chances. It's the moment that showed Gronk's fearless, raw charisma. Fast forward to Gronk's rookie year in 2010, and I'm buzzing with excitement. His NFL debut against the Bengals, a 1-yard touchdown catch, the first spark of the Brady-Gronk magic. But early on, he's stumbling, limited to 15-20 plays a game because, let's be real, the playbook was Greek to him. Then, boom, a breakout. I'm seeing his first game with major snaps where he erupts for 3 touchdowns, the youngest rookie ever to pull that off. The crowd's roaring, the Patriots are rolling, winning 7 straight to close the season. Gronk finishes with 42 catches, 546 yards, and a franchise rookie record 10 touchdowns. Off the field, he's still the same guy, tearing up Boston's clubs, dancing with the fans who chant his name on Sundays. I'm grinning at how he balanced nightlife with gridiron glory, proving he didn't need to fit the mold to shine. It's the start of a legend, and I can't wait to see what's next. Let's talk about Gronk's off-field life because, wow, it's a show all its own. I'm picturing him in Boston's hottest clubs, the life of the party while his teammates are buried in film study. Here's the kicker. He never watched film. Never. Instead, he leaned on Tom Brady to spoon-feed him game plans. I'm shaking my head at this setup. Gronk's out living it up and Brady's breaking down opponents for him. It's the most unorthodox system, but it worked like a charm. As long as Gronk showed up on Sundays, bulldozing defenders, the Patriots let him do his thing. I see fans mobbing him in nightclubs, loving his larger-than-life vibe, shirtless press conferences, wild celebrations, living by his fiesta rule. I'm struck by how his carefree spirit didn't just coexist with his dominance, it fueled it. He was a rock star in a helmet, and I'm loving how this wild energy made him the NFL's most magnetic figure. Now let's relive 2011, the year Gronk became a god. From the first snap, he's a man on a mission, piling up 5 touchdowns in 3 games. I'm seeing his Gronk spike, that savage football chuck that dents the turf and ignites crowds. In Week 14 against Washington, he's a monster. 6 catches, 160 yards, 2 scores, smashing the tight end touchdown record with games to spare. By season's end, his numbers are unreal. 90 catches, 327 yards, a tight end record then, and 17 touchdowns. I'm in awe of how he didn't just catch passes. He obliterated defenders, threw blocks that echoed. Off the field, he's still partying like a madman, but on it, he's must-watch TV. I'm picturing the Patriots storming to a 13-3 record, Super Bowl bound, all because Gronk turned the tight end role into a weapon of mass destruction. This is his peak, and I'm thrilled to witness it. Injuries, though, they're the dark cloud in Gronk's story. I'm wincing as I recall his college back injury, a warning sign that followed him to the pros. In 2012, a broken forearm shelves him for 5 weeks, and a re-injury in the AFC Championship ends his year. Then, 2013 brings a gut punch. A Week 14 knee hit tears his ACL and MCL, done for the season. I feel the weight of these setbacks, the surgeries, the doubts about whether he'd ever be the same. But Gronk, he's a phoenix. In 2014, he storms back with 1,124 yards, 12 touchdowns, and Comeback Player of the Year honors. I'm cheering as he stiff-arms defenders, snags one-handed catches, proving his heart was bigger than his injuries. Each comeback is a testament to his grit, and I'm moved by how he fought through pain to reclaim his throne as the NFL's most dominant tight end.
Howdy, partner. Feel free to subscribe. See you next time.